Hey mates, and welcome into another World of Tanks video. Now in this video I'll be going over something that really shouldn't be an option to begin with. Basically wargaming being really, I'm not sure, I guess I'm gonna call it greedy in some ways, because I'll speak about it later on, but for now what you see me doing here is I'm just pushing because I'm in a light tank and I thought that I needed to be a little bit more aggressive here, and let's just have a quick look before I go further into this replay. Let's just have a quick look at what this FCM is doing real quick. So let me just log on to him. Hold on a second, there we go. And let's just observe him for a bit. My replay doesn't matter so much until the later point, but let's just observe this FCM for a bit. Let's see what he's doing. As you can see, the T-25 seems a bit, he seems a bit pissed. But for what reason, we'll soon figure out. As we see here, he's actually being a big asshole. He's just pushing him out in the open. I mean, as you can see, the T-25 is really confused by the actions of this SCM. And soon enough, he'll be going to the Panther M10, where he will proceed to annoy him as well. So, and as you can see, I'm still fighting. I mean, I'm the furthest tank up front, and I'm trying to spot for my team and stuff. But this FCM, he's just pushing people. Now what's interesting about this FCM, as you can see here, he doesn't shoot this Panther M10 at all, so he's not a complete retard with regards to, his knowledge of the game. He's just being a complete asshole because he's not shooting him back. He knows what he's doing. He's actively trolling the team. And here I'm getting shot at, so ignore that. And he's going back to the T-25. He's now annoying him. Now what's interesting is that he's not being so annoying to the T-25 as he is to the Panther M10 here. I'm guessing that's because the Panther said something in the chat at the beginning and he wants to annoy him even further, because he seems like the type of person who would get pissed more than a T-25. The T-25 is actually being a saint here. He's like, screw you, I'm just gonna try to play the game even if you're being a complete asshole. And we see here again, he's just pushing him out in the open. Just pushing him. I mean, why do you even do this? This is just detrimental to your team. And here the Bulldog is shooting me. But yeah, and now as you see, now he shoots him. When the Panther goes blue, then he shoots him. And he's gonna shoot him again here. Yeah, so he's waiting for him to go blue, so he's trolling until the point where he's allowed to basically kill the blue teammates. And what does he do? He goes back to the T-25. And I mean, this is just really dumb. Now, our troll here isn't completely done yet. He's gonna pass on to me, or rather continue with me, the thing that he's doing. He's gonna come over right now and he's gonna do the same thing as he did to the Panther M10 and to the T-25. And I'm just, as you can see, I'm fighting my bloody socks off against this enemy team. I'm basically up front here and I'm just trying to shoot. I'm fighting on, oh, what's this FCM doing? Now I did notice that he was doing something back in the back since the Panther M10 got blue, and I just turned around to look really quickly, and which you didn't see, but I did shoot the FCM here because this was like at about 1 a.m. or 12 a.m. something like that, and I was in the evening and I was just I was just tired, and my retardometer was at its lowest, I guess. For having the temper to respect these morons. And here I'm kind of trying not to, because I know he'll try to block me again, and I'm trying to get away, but he still gets me, and he doesn't even shoot the T-25. He waits for him to kill me. This is a an actual real time bloody asshole troll, this one. And then he just gets shot. And I do not believe this. I was just sitting there and being out of words. But let's just have a look at his stats, boys, real quick. So after the battle, I decided to check out his service record to see what actually is going on. Is he a deliberate troll? What is he trying to do? Now, I go to his service record, and as you can see here, he's played 104 battles. He has 645 damage per battle, and he has 41% victories. Now, I think to myself, why does he have a tier 8? How can someone who's played 100 battles have a tier 8 tank? So, I think for a moment, and I was at the time not aware that this was actually a thing. You can actually go ahead and buy yourself a tier 8 tank, pretty much a tier 8 top tier. In that case, he was top tier heavy tank. You can get that type of person on your team who's legit not played a single game of World of Tanks. He can be driving a top tier heavy tank, or any top tier tank that's tier 8 or tier 7 or any premium. You can go ahead and buy yourself a premium tank and be top tier in a game which you don't know anything about. And when I realized this, this is basically the equivalent of if you're playing CSGO, for example. Imagine you can buy yourself a skin which lets you play into the supreme rank. Let's say you buy yourself an AK skin and you can play in the supreme rank, which is basically like top tier play. Because this is basically what it is equivalent to. You're literally buying yourself into a higher tier, higher skilled ceiling than you're even able to support. Like, why is this allowed? And then I think to myself, well, they want to earn money, but this is a really, really bad and flawed system, because you're putting someone who doesn't know anything, you're putting him into a high tier tank. That's so stupid, man. I don't know what to say to that. But so I decided to look at his vehicles, decided to take a look at his vehicles, and what do I see? Oh, would you look at that? He's got a Scorpion, he's got an FCM, an AMX CDC, a T-34-3, and an SU-122-44. And the only thing he's played outside of that is an M2 Lite. Isn't that also a premium? I don't think. I think that's premium as well. And when I saw this, I was speechless, completely speechless, because this guy has played nothing other than high tier premiums. Nothing other. I'm not sure if the M2 is a light, but let's say it is a premium, but let's say it isn't a premium. He's played 2 battles in a tier 2 non-premium tank. That's all he did. He didn't play tier 5, no tier 6, no tier 4, no tier 3, not even tier 1. And he's playing in a tier 8, in a tier 7. And all because he's shoving money to wargaming. That's what he's doing. I was so pissed and so annoyed when I saw this. I mean, these people can be on your team, like your top tiers. Is that providing an enjoyable experience? Is this what World of Tanks is? Why bother getting good at the game? You can just pay yourself into a bloody high tier game. You don't have to grind. You don't have to spend 2 to 3 fucking days grinding yourself a tier 8. You can just buy yourself one. Oh, here you go. And mind you, maybe 4 to 5 hour sessions to get yourself a tier 8. Even in those 2 or 3 days in a regular tier 8. If you don't have premium, that's gonna take you a week. And if you do have premium, maybe like 4 or so days. For 3-4 hours. You can do that. You can skip all of that. Screw the grind. Fuck everything. Here, just pay money. And here you go. You can just buy yourself into a bloody tier 8 tank. Now, I don't know what you guys think of this. I think this is heavily, heavily flawed and should not be allowed. Unless you have a same tier regular tank that you grinded, you shouldn't be able to do that. But then again, how is Wargaming gonna earn their bloody money? These type of people are actually more valuable to Wargaming than a regular player who's playing this game for free. He's playing this game for free 24/7. He's way less valuable to Wargaming because he doesn't invest into the game. He's just another player who provides to the queue. He's just a reason for these type of people to be able to play the game. How sad is that? How fucking sad is that, dude? Honestly. And that's just baffling. Why should this be allowed? I don't know. And yeah, I just want to thank you guys for listening to this rant. I think I said everything that I wanted to. I just don't know at all why is this possible, but thank you all for watching, and I'll be seeing you soon enough.